Hello Ratbags, it's Joe Plays Games. Welcome to 7 Days to Die tutorial guide on server settings. 7 Days to Die is one of the hardest games I've played all year. Now it's not on the same par as Dark Souls, but certainly if you don't get the settings right, you could find yourself really struggling to enjoy the game. It is a great game, it's a fantastic game. I've really enjoyed my Let's Play so far, but there is certainly some things you can do to make the game a bit more easier and a bit more enjoyable, especially if you're a nub like me. So let's go through all the options to make it easier. So let's go to new game settings, choose your character, and then you've got lots of different options. You can play single player, just game by yourself, survival multiplayer, host an online game, creative multiplayer, host a creative mode, and private game where you can invite only. I'm going to do this one. Now the first thing you may want to change is, or actually not change, don't put it on random generation. Random gen is definitely for more advanced players and for people that have played the game a little bit more. The Nabz gain is literally the sort of, walkthrough world. Things are almost in the same spot. The only thing that changes is kind of the loot. So always click that as your game option if you're playing it for new time or you want to get used to things. Then click on private game options and we'll go through all of these. Now these are all labelled pretty well. In fact, you really don't necessarily need a tutorial. This is more just about what I think is the best easy options. The Fun Pimps have done a great job explaining everything on the menu screen here. So standard options, difficulty settings. Put this down to scavenger. As it says there, easiest setting designed for noobs. You can choose to have the zombies as default so they only walk during the day and they run at night. Or you can make it so that they never run. We're going to go with never run. Enemy aggression. Make sure this is normal. If you put it on feral, they can sense you even though you're inside a building. Especially at night time. So always have it as normal. Daylight length. Now I actually have this quite short because it fits in with my YouTube videos at about being 20 to 25 minutes long, and by the time I've edited them it's about 15 to 20 minutes long. But if you have it longer, it means you'll have more time during the day to gather resources, go exploring without having to worry about getting killed by zombies. So have it up quite high just for the first few times. Now let's go to modded options. Drop on death. You can choose to drop everything, so everything will drop in your backpack at the floor, and wherever you died, that's where you can find all your stuff. You can choose to drop just the tool belt only, so anything in your inventory, your bar at the bottom. Or you can drop everything in your backpack only, so you'll keep all your items in your inventory. Or if you're playing it hardcore, which we are not going to be doing, you can delete everything when you die. We're going to go with tool belt only. The same goes for drop on quit. Leave it as nothing. That way when you load up a game you'll have everything in your inventory just so you left it. Enemy memory. Set this to 30. This means this will be the length of time a zombie chases you. Enemy memory. Leave this at 30. This is the amount of time that it takes for a zombie to leave you alone and forget about you. Enemy spawning. Now you can have it disabled so there's no enemies at all, but that's kind of boring. You need to have some sort of enemies. I generally play at very low or low. Block durability. The higher this number, the longer it's going to take to actually demolish blocks. Now there's two things about this. If you have it really high, it's going to take you longer to get mining and resources, but it also means it takes longer for the zombies to break in. So I wouldn't necessarily have it at the lowest. I'd keep it at 50. Loot respawn time. You can take how many days it takes for loot to respawn. So we're going to go for 5 days, but again you can increase it to make it harder. Loot abundance. Put this to the max so you get the maximum amount of stuff in any chests, tree stumps, fridges and units that you find. As well of course on dead zombies. Airdrops. You want this for 24 hours. That means every 24 hours an airdrop will drop some loot. 24-hour cycle. Now this is important for my Let's Plays. I like my Let's Plays to be just under 20 minutes. Generally I set it at 30 minutes and that's how long it takes for 24 hours in game time. By the time I've edited 10 minutes out of it, it leaves me usually with like a perfect video between 15 and 20 minutes long. Now if you set this really low, you're going to experience the nighttime really super quick. So don't have it too low. Maybe have it as high as you can. But I think 60 is probably a good bet if you're not doing videos on it and you're just playing it for fun. That gives you a whole hour to run around without having to worry about nighttime coming. Mark airdrops. Pretty self-explanatory. It just shows you if the airdrop has came down or not. Just leave this on so you can see where the airdrops go. Cheat mode. Obviously if you're mucking around, you're just having a bit of fun, leave it on. But if you want to play a proper sort of game with it but just make the game easier, make sure you still leave it off so you can get achievements and trophies. Rule sets. Leave this on scavenger and zombies will only run around at night time unless you've already changed the setting like I've shown you. And it's a bit of a good start, especially if you've not played the game before. And there we go, that is pretty much the easiest way to play 7 Days to Die. And here we are in our easy mode 7 Days to Die. Like I said, I think the developers have done a really good job of explaining everything in the settings. So I won't be doing too many tutorials in terms of telling you what to do. But I still think that it needed just a little bit of tweaking just to show you guys you can play on easy mode. And if anyone else is out there thinking, oh my god, why have you done this? Not everyone wants to play the game legitimately hard. I particularly don't have lots and lots of time with all the other content I do on my channel and family time. So I don't really want the game to be super hard. I like to play the game and just have fun. It's your game, you play it how you want to play it. If you're someone that puts it on the super hard settings, let me know. It'll be fun to come to see your world and see how you survive. I'm going to be doing lots of multiplayer games on 7 Days to Die on PS4 and Xbox One. I've got a nice little crew on Xbox and I want to make a bit more of a crew on PS4. So send me a message on PS4. The link's down below in description for all my gamer tags on Xbox and PlayStation. And hopefully I can come and tour your worlds, have a look at your buildings and bases that you built, or maybe just help you survive for a little bit. I've been Jade Plays Games. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button guys if you like this little video and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.